It is March 24th, 2022, and this is episode 7 of Pick Fiends. I'm going to be joined today by my good friend Richie Bentz. We're talking all things March Madness. We're giving out our bets for the Sweet 16 rounds. We're getting right after it. We do talk a little NFL football, the trades that are going down, give our opinion on the biggest impacts, but mainly the round of Sweet 16 happening today and tomorrow. We're talking all about it. We're giving our bets, maybe even sprinkling a couple futures in there. You're not going to want to miss this.
All right, we welcome on now recurring guest Richie Bentz. Certainly not your first time in here. Shouldn't be your second time in here either, except I deleted an episode that never made it to air.
Wow.
The original episode 6, me and you recorded, and I didn't like it. I had to redo the format of the whole show. So we're gonna talk some March Madness here, and when I say March Madness, I'm not just referring to college basketball, because honestly, besides the tournament and stuff dominating this time frame, we've actually had our sports media kind of dominated by the NFL as of late, with all the transactions and moves going on and trades. So I'm going to run through quick, and I'm going to name all the let's call them major players that got moved here in the month of March. In the NFL, we have Russell Wilson to the Broncos. Carson Wentz hopped around. Khalil Mack went out west even farther. Amari Cooper to the Browns. Ngakwe got traded. Devontae Adams got traded. I mean, they kind of ricocheted off each other. Deshaun Watson moved to Cleveland with Amari. Matty Ice getting moved from Hotlanta up to Indianapolis. And just today we had Tyreek Hill shipped from Kansas City down to Miami. He's going home, as he said. So out of those 8 or 9 guys, off the top of your head, just you don't have to put much thought behind it. Who makes the biggest impact on their team? So once again, I'll run by them quick. We have Russ, Wentz, Mack, Cooper, Ngakwe, Adams, Watson, Matt Ryan, and Tyreek.
I have to say Russell Wilson, just because I think that was a missing piece last year, just a quarterback. With a quarterback, I mean, it's pretty much all the pieces you really need. So I think that was a great trade they had.
Yeah, I actually think this is I mean, I agree with your quarterback take there, and I think you could honestly say any of the three. Besides Wentz. Besides Wentz, yeah, I think out of the 4 quarterbacks, Wilson, Wentz, Watson, and Ryan, I think Russ is definitely the one that really pushes them. Watson could be, just we didn't see him in a year. Matt Ryan is like the constant. He's average. He's average. You know what you're gonna get. That was a good pickup for them. And who knows what the hell's gonna happen with Wentz. But I think the biggest impact on a team here is Devontae Adams going to the Raiders. And here's my logic behind it. It's not like any of these other guys where he's really starting new with somebody and a team all over again. He played college football with Derek Carr. I mean, they've been talking about linking up in the NFL. Like, it's been open for him almost, that he basically said that if he was going to leave Green Bay, he wanted to go play with Derek Carr. I think they went to Fresno State together. I'm pretty sure they set some records out there. So I think they're going to be the most hit the ground running. But Russ definitely, I mean, Khalil Mack, opposite side, Joey Bosa is another one. I mean, he was injured last year, but I mean, Cooper and Watson, they're going to be good together. Matt Ryan may be what takes the Colts to the playoffs, and then you can't really argue. I mean, I know you're a Dolphins hater, but you can't argue with the fact that having Tyreek and Jalen Waddle in the same room, that has to immediately be considered if not the fastest, one of the top 3 fastest locker rooms in the NFL. Like that. I mean,
yeah. The problem is they're in Miami. The quarterback there too. They don't have a quarterback.
No. Hey, he's learning. It's a work in progress. I like Tua. I want to like Tua. I think they're going to get it all together. They got the offensive mind at head coach now too. I mean, that's not nothing to Brian Flores either, because they should have won more with Flores there. But it is awfully coincidental that, they have all this scandal stuff going on. It's like the first time Miami has spent all this money since like Dan Marino was there.
Excuse me. Too much away too for that. I mean, Tyreek.
I think they did for Tyreek too, considering the only other. I saw the Jets were the only other team that were in on it, and I think they only offered a 2nd round pick this year and a 2nd round pick next year for him. So, and I don't exactly know what Miami ended up dealing. I know it was a 1st, a 2nd, and some like couple later picks, but
5 total picks for
him. No, I don't. I mean, hey, you got to capitalize on it now. You know what I mean? Like if you got to make it, you got to make.
Now,
Agreed. I mean, what do you have any? Do you have any like say on what like in the NFL, we haven't exactly seen this happen a whole lot. Like the whole narrative that players almost want to get moved somewhere. Like I'm asking for a trade. Like that's relatively new to the NFL compared to other major sports like basketball and baseball. Is that something that you think is going to like stick around? You think that's just the world we live in now? Like players, having more of a say?
Yeah, I think it is starting to matter more just because like everyone the goal is they want to get a Super Bowl ring,
Absolutely. I kind of think it's crazy that I'm a big Rodgers fan, so I kind of think it's crazy that there's that whole narrative that shut up and play, kind of thing for Rodgers. But then you have a guy like Russ that's kind of been working behind the scenes to get out of Seattle. And it's tried to make it as mutual as possible. But at the end of the day, they're losing Russell Wilson. It's not so mutual. No matter what they get in return for him, it's not so mutual. Same with Tyreek and Devontae. I mean, they both wanted to be paid like the top guy in their field. And, ultimately that wasn't going to get done with the Packers or the Chiefs, respectively. So they had to move them, to make them happy, which is fine. It is what Yeah. Personally, I like the whole Chiefs and Packers. Like, hey, we want to keep you, but like if this is what you want, we can't do that. We got to move you. Like that's fine with me. I'm all for it. I think the smartest minds in the world are some of these players. That for every Aaron Rodgers, level of like, and Tom Brady level of everything. We also have a Carson Wentz and a Baker Mayfield. So. It is what it is, but I like the idea that players are getting more of a say. That's okay with me. We'll transition into the real March Madness now. We're going into the Sweet 16 of the tournament. How'd your bracket go? How'd you do?
Buddy, yeah? I mean, I don't know. I don't think anyone's bracket's going well right now unless you have those, there's a couple 1 seeds here and there, but mostly like I had Kentucky winning. So
I mean, I was gonna say obviously I think Kentucky's the big one. Maybe Baylor for some people. Baylor getting knocked out.
Yeah, right here.
I have mine right here too, and I even did a little. You got a little blur here, but I did a little color coordinating on what games I won and which games I didn't. I don't know if you can. You can't really see that too well, but the light color are the ones I picked right. And the pink is what I picked wrong.
A lot of pink.
Only on one side. I mean, my west and my east. My west and my east is really good, dude. My west, I think that
don't look too bad, dude.
Yeah, west and I did good in the west and the east. I mean, honestly, we were talking. Me and you talked already. I'm probably the only man in America that had UCLA play in North Carolina this week.
Yeah, North Carolina. I mean, UCLA, a lot of people had, but North Carolina, you are insane for taking them.
No, I'm really not. I just listen to the right people. That's all it is. I'm dumb as fuck. I say it all the time. Don't listen to me. But let's jump into this first one. Arkansas and Gonzaga. Okay. I did not have. Oh, I did have this. Yes, I did have this, Arkansas and Gonzaga. I didn't exactly have the same path that they got to there, but I have it. The line as of before we started recording this, was 9.5 for Arkansas is getting 9.5. Plus 375 on the money line, and the over/under is 55. Personally, I think I'm gonna go with plus 9.5. I think I like Gonzaga. Like, I think Gonzaga is the shit. I think that Memphis game was I think that was an outlier a little bit, but I think that's too many points, basically.
I think it's too many points in this game too. I think actually Gonzaga probably wins by 7 points. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think,
and maybe even closer. It all depends how Arkansas,
4 or 5, yeah,
how hard they could get to the hoop.
Gonzaga's gonna win though. I think Gonzaga definitely wins.
I think Gonzaga wins. Obviously minus 500 is nothing to jump at. Jesus, but but the plus 9.5. I think I'm pretty sure. There's one other game that's a little that we'll get to. There's one other game with more points, but I think 9.5. You got it. You got to take it. You really do.
Yeah, you do.
Down with Michigan and Nova. I was a big Michigan hater of this tournament. I bet against Michigan every round, and it burned me. On the other hand, I had Nova going this far. The line is 5 towards Michigan. They're getting 5. The money line is plus 188, and the over/under is 135. I'm probably going to go with Nova minus 5. If that was a little further off, I'd push it because I think it's going to be a close game. I think all these games are going to be close at this point. But something about the way Villanova just doesn't get tired. I feel like. Not even necessarily stamina, but they can close games. It seems like in that heat of that moment in the fourth quarter, they don't shrink, they don't flinch. And that maybe that's a testament more to their coach than the players. I mean, you got a lot at this point. Me and Stoner talked about this. I mean, a lot of the tournament honestly can be chalked up to coaching, in the sense of experience only. I mean, you have a lot of coaches in here. I mean, honestly, last round we had Izzo and Coach K going at it. Like that was a barn burner until the last minute of the game.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I watched the whole game, but I watched a million games in the last week. I'm pretty sure Michigan State was not in control of the game because it was back and forth, but I think Michigan State had the lead pretty much until 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter or something. Duke took their first lead and never looked back. And that's the kind of stuff that wins these games. And that's why I'm going to go with Villanova. Not really because of the boys themselves that they're playing. I think they know how to put away a game. I think they're coached well. I'm going with Jay Wright over Juwan Howard here with the 5 points.
Yeah. I'm on your side. This game is I don't know what's going to happen. This game is literally like a flip of a coin in my head because Michigan's hot right now. I mean, they won 2 straight. I honestly thought they're going to lose their first game,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I do see Villanova covering this 5, maybe even by like 10, 12 around that area.
Yeah. They're one of those teams that in the last minute, you know what I mean, are going to cover. I wish I knew what they were ATS.
I like their point guard number 2. I don't know his name.
Gillespie.
Yeah, he's
Connor.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, Gillespie or something like that. He's pretty good.
Player.
Yeah, smart with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And then we go Texas Tech and Duke. This is my prediction for the game. This or UCLA UNC is going to be the game of the Sweet 16. This is tough for me. I really honestly don't have a pick here. I'm gonna make one, but I don't have one I like. Like the line is 1. The line is 1 with Duke getting the 1. They're both Texas Tech is negative 118, while Duke is minus 102. So there's no plus in the money line. There's nothing giving it away for free here. The over under is 137.5. If I knew more about this specific Duke team, I'd maybe be okay with going over. Texas Tech defense scares me, but 137 is low. I mean, it's the second lowest total of this round. honestly, I think the best play here is, as much as people hate it, take one of the team's money line, whichever, flip the coin. Like you just said last game, this is seriously the flip a coin because they're both good odds. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, who do I have in my bracket? Duke. I have this matchup too. I'm 2 for 2 to start. I have Duke and Texas Tech and Arkansas and Gonzaga.
All right, so I have Texas Tech versus Duke too, and I took Duke here, but I'm gonna flip because my bracket's dead. My one bracket's kind of looking pretty good. Me and Herndon have a bracket going. We have Texas Tech, so I'm gonna flip my script and go Texas Tech here. I think they're gonna be able to pull this one out.
All right, that's fair. That's good. That's good for the show too. You go Texas Tech. I'll go Duke.
Good defense. Defense.
Yeah, I'm scared of that defense. I am scared of that defense. I mean, I witnessed it. I watched that Notre Dame game, in full. I didn't miss a second of it. I was surprised that Notre Dame was able to score so much on Texas Tech's defense. And we're going to jump to Houston and Arizona. And I won't lie about Houston. I had Houston getting upset in the first round by UAB. Just what I had. The UAB was hot, dude. Right at the regular season, UAB was super hot and Houston was super bad. So, I mean, it is what it is. I got the line is 1.5 for Houston. Is getting the 1.5. Obviously, Arizona is a juggernaut. Plus 105 on the money line for Houston, and 145.5 is the over under. I don't know about this one. I think I'm gonna go. Let me look.
You're going to Arizona.
I would take Arizona to win. I mean, those are minus 126 is not bad. That defense does scare me though. I would honestly, I'm not very opposed to going. I just need to see one stat. I'm not very opposed to going over under. I just got to see what these points are. What do these points look like? You have a pick for this one?
Yeah, me and Hernan in our one bracket we had together, that's kind of at the top. We have Arizona win the whole thing. So
okay,
I like Arizona here. I like their point guard numbers here. That made a clutch 3-point shot. I forget his name. Starts with an N. Not really sure here.
Yeah, he's having a nice little tournament. I'm thinking about going. You might as well take him 1.5, right?
Yeah, I have a 1.5. Then I have money line or something else too.
Okay, well, I mean, the money line is minus 126, and compared to the minus 110 on the 1.5. Yeah. So I just figure from an odds perspective, you might as well just take the 1.5. I mean, I mean, college more than NBA. How many games really get pushed at 1.5? You'd be surprised, but yeah, I'll take the minus 1.5, and we're going under. I don't like betting under. I don't like betting under. But minus 145 or over under is 145.5 for the minus 110s, and I'm going under on it.
Me and Hearn have Arizona win the whole thing, but this Houston, they play as a team, and I feel like Arizona has those like the better athletes on the team, so it's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be tough. That's why I'm thinking an under game. Honestly, I'm thinking it's gonna be.
These teams can score quick.
I know, but see, that's the sucker bet. That's what they want you to think. I don't know, man. It's tough. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the only under. I'm gonna go under. You almost just talked me out of it.
This game's gonna go over. I'm gonna say. Oh, it's gonna go over. It's like 63%. It's supposed to go over here.
No, I'm gonna ride the under on it.
Both these teams average 70 points a game or more,
and that's why it's gonna go under because they want you to go over. They're asking you. They're begging you to go. They're begging you to go over. So that's why I'm going under.
I do mess with the under a little bit that too.
I don't like unders because it ruins my enjoyment of the games. Who doesn't want to see. In any sport, who doesn't want to see scoring? Like that's the whole point of watch. I don't know.
Especially when you go to the game, like you.
Oh my god, yeah.
But you over every time.
The only time I like betting unders is like team total unders or something like that. But that's beside the fact. Then the biggest line of the day, plus 12.5 for the St. Peter's Peacocks over Purdue. Excuse me. The money line is plus 610 for St. Peter's, the Peacocks, and the over under is 135. I'm going over. That's an easy one. What do you got here?
I would say, man, these Peacocks, man.
Plus 610.
I know, that is crazy. I don't know how they're going to be able to guard their big, you know?
I mean, obviously, you have to take the 12.5 points, right?
I love the Peacocks.
You got to take the 12.5 points.
I love that team, actually. I love their
watch them Peacocks, man. Watch them Peacocks.
12.5. I take 12.5 here.
I do like the fact for the Schuylkill County people and the Pottsville people that maybe or maybe not listen to this. I like the fact that Mart's Hall is like twice as big as St. Peter's home gym. So I'm going over. I'm going 135. I think both these teams are gonna. I think they're gonna score. Purdue obviously has that big guy, you know, and compared to a team that's gonna need to shoot the lights out in St. Peter's to win this game. Hopefully points. I mean, you got to take the points too, the 12.5. So that's where I'm going with it. What are you taking?
Yeah. I already took a bet on this. I had the Peacocks 12.5. It's worth a shot. I mean, this.
Oh, for 12.5 points, absolutely, dude.
This team has been shooting well.
Now, honest to God, that game's at 7:00.
Yeah, Friday at 7:09 p.m. exactly.
If I do good on Thursday, if I do really good on Thursday, like I'm talking if I go like over 600, I'm gonna sprinkle that 610 money line just a little bit.
If I do really good on Thursday, I will sprinkle some too.
All right.
I'm a Peacock believer, man.
I am a Peacock believer. All right. We'll jump to the next one. Providence in Kansas. Providence is getting 7.5. The money line is plus 270. The over-under is 141.5. This game scares me. I'm going to take the 7.5. I think that's been the theme of March Madness this year. Take the points. The over-under, it's close. Like, it's right there. Like, I could hit it. I could go over.
Flip it.
What? You like the over?
Flip the coin in that one. No, I don't.
For the over-under? Or for the?
No, I actually love Providence 7.5. I love them here. They play.
I'm not saying they win at 7.5. They just cover. You know.
I say they actually win this game. I might pick one in line actually.
270. That's not a bad pick. I mean, that's not a bad pick at all. But let's jump down now to my other half prediction of what's good, the game that's going to steal the weekend. So the best game of Thursday in my mind is going to be Duke Texas Tech. The best game of Friday is going to be UNC UCLA. I'm going over 141.5. Same as the Providence Kansas, but this one to me is more of a definite. UNC is getting 2.5 points, and the money line is pretty close. It's plus 122 for UNC to minus 146 for UCLA. It's tough. It's a toss up in my head. Who did I have winning this? North Carolina. North Carolina. All right. Give me the 2.5. Fuck it. Give me the over.
No.
Yep. Give me it. I'll take it. What do you want?
I like UCLA, man. I like UCLA.
You like UCLA? I was gonna say you like UCLA to cover because this is gonna be a 1-point game.
I honestly think UCLA wins this game by 3, actually, but it's gonna be close. I'm just gonna be safe here and take the money line UCLA. I think they're the better team, and I like how they play.
That's fair. A wise man named Luke Stoner once told me that North Carolina started off super slow, and if you look at them at the end of the season, they are as hot as any other top 5 seed in this. That was coming into it. So that's been my whole behind UNC kind of thing. The last game of this round, Iowa State, Miami. The line is plus 2.5 to Iowa State. They are plus 116 on the money line to Miami's minus 140. And the over-under is 133. This is the lowest over-under of the weekend. I will be on the over. I don't know. I didn't have either of these teams getting this far. I like Miami. I might go Miami money line, but I think I don't think you need to play this one safe, like you said about UCLA. I think if you're going to be on Miami in this one, you might as well take them to cover the 2.5. I don't expect this one to be a neck and neck game. I don't know who wins though, but I don't expect it to be a neck and neck game.
Miami's going to win this game 100%.
I think Miami is the better team, but I didn't think Iowa State would still be in it this far. So I don't want to.
You can only get lucky so many times. Miami's, I think, by far actually is a better team. I got Miami minus 110. Then you can see it jumped all into minus 145.
So you say you can't be lucky too many times. What about them Peacocks though?
Yeah, it's their time to go down. That's what I'm saying.
All right. But, all right. Are there any so you're taking a money line?
I have a big bet for Miami money line minus
really?
110. Yes, sir.
You down in you all about the you're about it? All right. Let me ask you a couple more things here before we wrap up. Were you on any futures in the tournament at all?
No.
Because me and Stoner did a good deep look into some futures, and there were a lot of good ones, and there still are to an extent. Nothing that I'm savvy enough to go get here, but I mean there definitely are some futures for let's see. What did we have here?
We'll dig into a future though. I got
tournament specials. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out here. So let me you could bet on FanDuel. You could bet favorites versus the fields, versus the field. Basically any team but Gonzaga or Arizona to win, minus 185 compared to betting Gonzaga or Arizona to win at plus 125 you could get. The conferences are jumping. I would go out and say if anybody even has a 2% chance thinking that Villanova wins the whole thing, if you even in the back of your head think a little bit that they're getting by Arizona, the Big East is never mind, I'm reading that one wrong. And I was gonna say they're plus 50,000, but that would be incorrect. That would be misinformation on my part. That is to have the most wins which is kind of impossible now. But the one where I was supposed to be saying is the conference to win the national title. If you think for even the slightest bit that Villanova is going to do it, not the SEC, the Big East is plus 1,200 on FanDuel. If you're on anybody else, if you're a Duke fan or a North Carolina fan, the ACC is plus 800 or plus 950 actually. The Big Ten is plus 650. The Pac-12 is plus 420. The Big 12 is plus 340, and the WCC is plus 240. So, I mean, there's plus money out there, man. There really is. If you want to go, I see the wheels turning on you. There's a lot of plus money still out there, but this would be the week I would say go get it, because once we get to that Elite Eight territory, you know what I mean? The more we decrease these teams, the less these odds are gonna stick around.
Now's the time to get the good odds, yeah.
If you think that the seeding matters, if you think that Arizona is automatically gonna walk and Gonzaga is automatically gonna walk,
no.
Well, if you think that, you could get Gonzaga to beat Arizona in the exact result category, plus 1,300, and vice versa. You could get Arizona to beat Gonzaga plus 1,900. What's your finals in your bracket look like? I mean, obviously you had Kentucky, right?
I have to pull it up. I have them over. I have like all of them over here.
Don't sweat it. But all I meant.
I got it. So
you have
for my final four, right? I had Auburn down below. They lost. I have Arizona up top. right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I really need Arizona to actually get there, and then I have Gonzaga versus Kentucky, and Kentucky's out. So I need literally Gonzaga versus Arizona in the finals, and then Arizona to win like this one pool we're in. So
yeah. So honestly, for mine, I only have the East out of the way. The East can't be won. I mean, in my opinion, I had Kentucky, but I had Kansas coming out of the Midwest. So I'm still okay there. I had Arizona, and actually I have Villanova, but I have Villanova, Arizona in that up there. And like I was saying, man, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. God, that's a tough fucking run to the title. No matter who gets in from the South, it was you I was talking to yesterday. That is a tough fucking run. I mean, if you're Villanova, you had to just see Delaware, Ohio State. Now you have to see Michigan. And if you're Arizona, you had to see you had to see Illinois. I mean, that's really it. But then you got to see Nova, and then you're going to have to see the winner of you're going to either end up seeing Kansas, basically, or Miami or somebody like that, Iowa State. So it's not as easy as a road as on the other side where you might see UCLA or North Carolina, or you might see Arkansas or Texas Tech. I mean, Texas Tech, that's stifling defense. I mean, I know people that had Texas Tech getting into their Final Four. So
yeah, I'm looking at some bets right now. If to get to the Final Four, you have Arizona plus 140. I mean, that's still not even the bet. That's not even really good odds, dude, for Arizona.
I mean, you can't. I mean, at this point, I feel like we can't complain about plus money anywhere because I think this is the last week we see it. I think the plus money dies after this Elite Eight or this Sweet 16 as we get into the Elite Eight. And I think that's where it's going to end up being.
I'm looking for the one you just said. I like those bets that you were talking about before.
They're under. What are you on here? What happened?
Bet MGM. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. On FanDuel, I know if you go under the March Madness section, they're in there. Not necessarily in the college basketball. You have to go all the way over to March Madness, and it's not in tournament specials or anything.
You might. But this then after the show.
Yeah, no biggie. Well, we'll wrap it up right here. I mean, I don't have any futures. I don't think you have anything you want to. Do you have anything you want to throw out there?
Man, honestly, I'm gonna start watching some golf tomorrow, maybe too, a little bit.
Oh yeah. Maybe we get a. What's coming up? The Masters coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe we got to do some Masters. Maybe I'll get Zelensky on here and have him.
Some futures, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm about it.
Lined up. I got some guys lined up, man.
That's fine, man. That's fine. All right. I'm Eli Doyle. That's Richie Bentz, and this was another episode of Pick Fiends.